Hello exiles, how are you doing today? I will find you well and welcome to a new video. So in this video I just wanted to talk about my plans for the upcoming event, the private league templates that GG is making us do in PoE 1. It sucks, but it's better than nothing until we get 3.26, so I'm excited for that. The fresh start, so a few friends playing together, uh, can blast and go fast and juice up maps and all of that. So this time I want to do something different. Since Metamorph League, I've been league starting minions every single league, but this time around I want to start a blaster, a map blaster, and I thought of my favorite build, one of my favorite builds, Caustic Arrow Death Ults Occultist. It's got amazing pops, it's got amazing clear, it's fast, and it's pretty decent. Now, let me just show you guys this current setup. This is a cheap setup that I'm running and that I was just testing out. So I'm going to pop in a flow tier map. Okay, where do I find map stash tab? So I was just I was just putting this together just now, trying to get the gear to be right. Let's leave that. Let's leave the scarabs in. You don't know, whatever happens. But let's see how this goes. Let's go back to the hideout. I don't have a portal on me, and we'll go over the gear, and then we'll talk about leveling, because obviously we cannot level with Death's Oath. There's a unique item that drops around level 68, so we can level with it. But what we can do is I'll use other methods to level, which I'll go to over very soon. So now let's take a look at the gear. Now this is a pretty shit bow. I just threw an essence, this one, what's it called, Essence of Dread, to get the +2, and I got, by luck, I got a +1 on the bow as well, and then I also got that, I crafted that chaos damage over time multiplier. So that chaos race is good. Also, we'll talk about that very soon when we talk about how this works. And then the helmet is just life in res and stats, life in res and stats, life res and stats, life res and stats, life res and stats on the rest of the gear. It doesn't matter. And then the amulet. Now this amulet drops from Uber Elder. I believe it was Shaper and Elder influenced. And then it has Despair has no reservation, and Temporal Change has no reservation if cast as an aura, which is allowing me to have my Despair and my Temporal Chains linked with Blasphemy, right? So they are auras. Okay, now you don't have to use this. You can use the one that gives only Despair has no reservation. It's usually very cheap at around 50 chaos at the start of the league. But this time around I don't know, but I'm going to try to get this. If not, we can use any other rare amulet with life resistances and a +1 to level 4 chaos or whatever, right? But this is what I'm aiming for. Okay, and then for the body armor, now this is the bread and butter of this build. All right, now I intend to farm this using from this divination card. Okay, let's actually just open the wiki, PoE wiki, the old this card right here. So let's take a look at this card. This is the card that gives us Death Sword. It you need 6 of them. Where do we get it? It drops from the courthouse or lighthouse. right? So I would most definitely be blasting these maps to drop this card. It's fairly popular. It's not really rare, and also you can also always buy them right on the market. Oh, so I almost forgot to talk about leveling this build. I intend to level it using caustic arrow, right? Which means I'm going to have to mill a ranger, get into town, get caustic arrow, get some ball stuff, and then swap and then create my my occultist, right? So that's what I intend to do. But you can also level as a hex blaster occultist and then swap later on. You can level as a poison SRS occultist and swap later on. You can level as a cold freezing pulse occultist and swap later on, right? Those are all options. I don't have POBs for that yet, but you can actually easily search for them on YouTube and you should be able to find them, right? The problem with this body armor though is the coloring, because we need 2 green, 2 red, and 2 blue to socket increased area of effect, efficacy, void manipulation, swift affliction, life tap, and less duration, right? So how I would advise you to craft this, to color this, let's I'd remove only. How I would advise you to do that is to make it 6-link using jewelers, corrupt it, and then use these currencies right here to get color, to get the color that you want. The tinted chromatic ops, it's easy. That's what I did for this one. Right, so that's that. What now? Let's take a look at the path of building. Not the path of building, the passive tree, right? So we just need all of these nodes. You can just see how it is. I'll put it in the description. I'll put a POB in the description if you're interested in this build. This is no longer necessary, I believe. Yep, it's no longer necessary because I needed to equip this. It has 44 attributes, so I just selected that to equip it and then use how to remove that. So this is, I think this is what, level 80. This is level 80 setup, so you can swap this to this at level 80, right? Now let's talk about how this thing works, how Death Sword works. There's one line that says you take 250 chaos damage per second for 3 seconds on kill, right? So that line alone is a bit scary for a lot of people, but not to worry, because look at our chaos res. We have 81 chaos resistances, which is a lot. How we are getting to 81% chaos res is number 1, divine flesh from the Zibakwa glorious vanity, right? We have +5 to maximum chaos resistances. Also, we have 50% of elemental damage taken as chaos, meaning 50% of all the early damage that we get is taken as chaos, and we have very high chaos res. So that is very good for our defenses. It improves our defenses quite a bit. And then on the passive tree, on the ascendancy, we also have 60 chaos resistances from withering presence. Now this gives us an opportunity to talk about the ascendancy as well. We ascend to an occultist, of course, and then we have an holy authority, which is +1 traditional curse, and then we have profane gloom, which is cursed enemies you or your minions kill, a 50% chance to explode, which is really good. Then we have void beacon, -20 chaos res for our enemies, and nearby enemies have 100% reduced life regeneration. And then we have withering presence, a lot of chaos res, more chaos damage, and then wither, and then nearby enemies deal 15% reduced damage over time, which is a good defense layer for us. So this doesn't have cluster jewels yet, right? But if you're going to want to follow along on this build, I will be updating it. I'll try to put out a video every single day, updating how I'm going, how my progress is going, and how I'm crafting things. Because once we get to a point, we have some currency, we'll craft a GG bow, right? Which is which have a lot of chaos dot, which have a lot of levels for our skill gems, and we have our awakened gems, and we'll be doing a lot of damage. And map bosses will be nothing for this build, right? Once we get to that point, and even end game bosses can die as well, minus the T17 bosses, which will need a lot more investment, of course, but it is possible. So yeah, that is it for this build. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. I'm excited for this league start. I don't know if you call it league start, whatever it is, but I'm excited and I'm looking forward to playing it, and I hope you guys will be playing it. I'm probably be playing in Pohx's league, which you'll probably doing shifting stones. I think I'll probably be playing that one, or I'll play whoever is hosting the affliction one. I'll probably play that one as well, because I want to do a lot of mapping in this current with this build. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers. I'm out.